there, Jamie here from the Center for Aligned Living. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video. I hope that wherever you are, whenever you're watching it, I hope that I can be of service to you in some way. Today I want to talk to you just briefly about judgment and discernment. I read somewhere that, and it really struck me, I read somewhere that judgment is what separates us from God. And here at the Center for Aligned Living, what our goal is to provide tools and guidance on how you can live as much of your life as possible aligned with your higher self, your God self, if you will. I was raised Catholic, and, I was taught judgment. You'll be judged, but don't judge others. Yet, as humans, it just seems to be rampant, right? I mean, we're all out there judging this, that, and the other based from a place of insecurities, I feel. It is not in alignment with your higher self. But what do? You need to determine what works and what doesn't work for you. So, something that I've truly embraced over the past few years is discernment. Now, discernment is the ability to look at something and not judgmental, because that's like condemning whether something, you're determining whether something is good or bad in the grand scheme of things. And we all do it, okay? But what do you do when it comes down to you and your life and your life's choices and what you want to allow in your life and what you don't? That's where discernment comes in. You take a look at something, you see how it feels, you see if it resonates with you and your higher self. And that is in a way a judgment, right? But it's personal. It is a way for you to check in with yourself to see what you will allow. And if it takes you out of alignment, then I suggest not doing it. And you use your discernment to determine these things. And then you're not being hard on yourself, being like, oh, I'm judgmental. I shouldn't be judgmental. It's like, we have to be. There's so much going on in the world that we have to use our discernment to judge what is right for us personally. Not to condemn, although we still do that, and there's some major things that, you might be like judging, and it's just human nature. But we could certainly do it less. And that's why I want you to focus on discernment. And, let people be. Focus on yourself. And that's how you are going to heal. That is how you are going to change your perspective on the world around you. And that is how you are going to shift into the eyes of compassion and be able to just allow people. Now, I don't suggest you, like if you have close friends or children or anything, that you may need to be, brought closer into their own alignment, right? Because there's a lot of people out there doing things that are not healthy, not in alignment, and yes, step in and use some, try to influence them to a healthier way or other options. But by using discernment, you can be less critical, stay aligned with your higher self, and just determine what works for you and what doesn't. It's beautiful in setting boundaries because as a recovering empath, empathy is a beautiful thing. But if we use it as a disempowering thing, it is not so beautiful, because anything disempowering is not in alignment with your higher self. But if you can shift a few things in your empathy, in your empathetic ways, you can raise it up to living from a space of heart-centered living, alignment, and there was a word, it just left me, but anyway, maybe it'll come back. Aligned with your higher self, compassionate, through the eyes of compassion, and then the world starts to change, trust me. So just think about that. When you catch yourself condemning or being totally judgmental, just step back into yourself and say, okay, well, that doesn't work for me. Can I in some way. And if you can, maybe do so or try. You really can't change another person, but you can influence them. You can set examples. You can be living such a good life that other people wonder what your secret is. And for me, the secret is constantly just going back to alignment with my higher self. And I'm telling you, it just smooths everything out. And it took a while to get there, absolutely. And I have not mastered it. I will be honest, I am not. I will never be perfect. This is an experience. There's always new things, new experiences that come up, and you may not always react the same way to them. Maybe something through using your discernment, it doesn't resonate with you, and those are the ones that are a little bit more difficult when they arise to stay in alignment and use your personal judgment. Does it work for me or not? And does it drag you down into the negative vibrations and the negative emotions and out of alignment? So just constant awareness. Awareness is the first step. Aware of how you're feeling at any given moment about any given situation. Just observe. Just neutral observation. Pay attention to what you're feeling and then go from there. Okay? And if you need help, just reach out. There are so many beautiful healing practitioners out there, coaches, guides, who are here to help and want to help, long to help. So you don't have to do it alone. And I think I'm closing all of my videos lately with "you are worth it." So, and you can do it. Let me go with that one today. You think you can't, you can. You're just maybe upping your monkey mind. Your mind's running amok, and you need to take control of that. Okay, and you can, and there are ways to do it. And sometimes you need guidance. Sometimes you need a sounding board. Sometimes you just need fresh eyes on it because, if you're looking at something like up here, it's kind of hard to see, all right? Other people can offer perspectives, fresh insight into things that you can't see because it's too close. I know that happens with me a lot. And there's no shame in my game. I will absolutely reach out and say, I don't feel like struggling with this anymore. So how do you see this? What do you suggest to me? What guidance can you offer me to change my perspective so I feel better? And I don't care if anybody thinks I'm selfish. Call me selfish. I think that we all need to be, especially empathetic people, need to become more selfish because we end up putting ourselves last and we don't get our needs met and we get trampled a lot. And that's just not how I'm going to live going forward. I'm going to be compassionate and I'm going to observe and I'm going to make decisions based on my higher self. And I recommend that you do as well. And it never ends. It is a journey until... I don't know what happens when I stop breathing here, but until that happens, this is the path that I am taking and that I recommend. You're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days, but people are here to help, and you absolutely can get control of your mind, and it's empowering and it's liberating, and I highly recommend it. So let us know if we can do anything for you, and I hope that in some way that I've planted a seed maybe or compelled you to reach for feeling better in your life, okay? So good luck, and I will talk to you again soon. Thank you.